Hey everyone, welcome back to Dalby Farm. Today we're diving into one of the most rewarding parts of backyard chicken keeping, harvesting, cleaning, and storing the eggs. Now, whether you're collecting for your family or selling them at a local market, there are some essential do's and don'ts you'll want to keep in mind. So let's get started. First things first, harvesting the eggs. Make it a habit to collect eggs at least once or twice a day, depending on how many hens you have. If you leave eggs in the nest for too long, they will get dirty and likely cracked. Now, I've had conversations with people about this, and there is no correct time to collect these eggs. Some will tell you it's early in the morning, but in my experience, they sleep at night and they're not laying their eggs at night. So if I go in there to open them up at 7 a.m., they have not laid their egg yet. So I want to go back around noon or 1 o'clock once the sun has been up for a few hours and they've had a chance to eat and mosey around and then, pop out an egg. Handle those eggs gently while you're harvesting them. These are delicate, and if you're getting them right when they've been freshly laid, they'll be warm and a small bump could crack them. Collect them one by one and try to keep them from knocking together in your basket or container. Now, let's talk about cleaning the eggs. Some people think they need to wash their eggs right away, but that is actually not always necessary. Don't wash your eggs unless they're visibly dirty. Eggs have a protective coating called the bloom, which helps keep bacteria out. If you wash your eggs, you can remove this natural barrier, which can and will likely shorten the shelf life. Instead, simply use a dry cloth or a soft brush to gently remove any dirt or debris. Do, however, use water that's warmer than the egg itself, but not hot. The reason is that if you use cold water, it can cause the pores of the eggshell to contract, drawing bacteria inside. Use warm water and a gentle scrub to clean the eggs without damaging the shell. Once your eggs are clean and ready to store, let's talk about the best way to keep them fresh. Do store your eggs in the refrigerator as soon as possible, especially now that you've washed them. Fresh eggs can last around 3 to 5 weeks in the fridge if they're kept clean and cool. Do not keep eggs in a basket on the counter for too long. If your eggs are unwashed and you plan on eating them within a week or two, storing them on the counter is absolutely fine. But if you want to keep them longer, refrigeration is key to preserving their freshness. Also, label the egg cartons with the date that you collect them. This will help you keep track of their freshness and use up the oldest eggs first. Fresh eggs usually have a protective coating that keeps them from absorbing fridge odors, but it's still a good idea to store them in their carton to help preserve their quality. Okay, so how long can eggs really last? As I mentioned earlier, fresh eggs can last 3 to 5 weeks in the fridge, but if you're not sure your eggs are still good, I've mentioned this before, but there's a real simple way to check. Fill a bowl with water and gently place your eggs in it. If they sink to the bottom and lay flat, they're still fresh. If they stand upright or float, they are past their prime and should be tossed. Don't eat eggs that float in that water. I repeat, don't eat eggs that float in that water. Floating eggs are a sign that air has entered the shell, which means they are probably too old. So there you have it, the do's and don'ts of harvesting, cleaning, and storing chicken eggs from your backyard flock. By following these simple tips, you'll ensure that your eggs stay fresh longer and you're keeping your chickens healthy and happy. Remember, the best eggs come from a well-cared-for flock, and a little bit of knowledge goes a very long way when it comes to keeping them in top shape. I hope this video helps you with your own egg harvesting routine, and if you have any questions, please drop them in the comments below. And be sure to like, subscribe, and hit the bell for more farming tips. I'll see you next time here at Dalby Farm.